Opie and Anthony co-host Anthony Cumia, fired by SiriusXM.
Pulling the plug on Anthony Cumia.
Anthony has been fired
After he posted a bunch of tweets.
Outrageous comments. Anthony Cumia fired
For his seemingly hate-filled remarks on Twitter.
I wanted to make a point, and boy, did I ever.
We are a country of free speech. You're allowed to say hateful and unpopular things. Everything that he said on the radio show.
I go off on tears like this. I curse. I say horrific things about people that piss me off.
His choice, his words, his experience.
This is exactly who I am.
Can a company fire someone for being a jerk?
It sounds to me like SiriusXM has become the man.
I will never apologize for this. Why am I going to apologize and say I'm different or I've changed or this? I haven't.
I can't think of anything smarter for you to do, Anthony, than to do a completely uncensored show.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
You just got to go to anthonycumia.com.
Oh my God. Yeah. Caution. You're in the no shit zone. How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Is that Brother Joe's music? Like that. Well, here we are. Finally. We have finally made it. Not that one. Oh my God. Finally, we are here on the Anthony Cumia Show. The program. Thanks, everybody. I hope everyone's here. Let's count. Now, you guys have been amazing. Amazing with the support that I have gotten. I don't even know where it came from. I thought you all hated me. What happened? It's the Anthony Cumia Show, totally uncensored now. SiriusXM, as you know, relinquished me of my command. They thought, I guess I was a little too edgy, violent, dare I say racist. You'll remember the story. Come on now. I had a little run-in Times Square, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here today. Before we get into all that, though, I think a little celebration is in order. Don't you? Champagne, where is it? Champagne, everybody. I want some. Along with my Guinness. God, I missed afternoons. It's so hard to drink in the morning. Unless you're still fucked up from the day before. No champagne? Over there? Maybe the executive producer. Where he's... Oh, well, you could get that one. Your head's getting cut off. You could get that one. Whoa. Now that is a bottle of champagne. What do they call this? Don't the brothers get these at, like, the club? Yes, I went to the club. I bought some bub. And it's like, you know, they just get, like, 15 of these bottles. Oh, my God.
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining.
That's ridiculous. We shan't be cracking this one. Where's the, oh my God, that's fucking heavy. There it is. Oh. We're launching the new show, the Anthony Cumia Show. All the fans of the Opie and Anthony Show, with, of course, Jimmy Norden, feel free to join me in a celebratory drink. Yeah, right. Watch your eyes now. Watch your eyes, Nana. Oh, Christ. Let's see. Oh! I didn't do the whole, that thing. I don't want to mess the place up. Bobo's already puked on this floor once. I don't need anything else. Foam. Are you joining me at home? I hope so. Oh, this is great. Anyone else, feel free. Grab some. I got to say, again, the listener support has been unbelievable. I never expected it. People showed that they were pissed off by calling SiriusXM and canceling their subscriptions. Hit them in the old pocketbook. Hello, Mike. What? Really? All right. Well, I'll turn my goddamn mic up. How do you like that, then? Huh? Is that loud enough for you? Yeah, prick. Yeah, a lot of people have been really, really cool. Got a lot of subscriptions, well over what I targeted for the start of this thing. So thank you. Thanks to everybody that one fucking month and this was put together. So cheers. Ooh, yes, indeed. Oh. As you can tell, there will be some drinking on this program. But yeah, the support came through. I was fired. I was fired. 10 years with SiriusXM satellite radio, and they fired me over bullshit, complete fucking bullshit. I honestly don't think the reason they gave anybody was the real reason either. I'm speculating as to what that real reason was. Whether they wanted to get rid of the whole show by October when the contracts are up. Whether they wanted to divide up the show so that they can get Opie and Jimmy at a cheaper price, maybe. But the bottom line was they threw me out of there. They said it wasn't for racism. It was for my violent tweets. My tweets were violent, and I guess that frightened them. Because I had said that I hoped that the girl that slugged me, that punched me in Times Square after I was innocently taking pictures, I said, I hope a homeboy shoots her in the face. I do. I still do. It'd be great. But I guess they took that as violent. Now, in all reality, I never laid a hand on her. Didn't touch the girl. So in reality, I acted completely peaceful. I didn't lay a hand on her. I let her punch me in the side of the head a few times. And then I commented about it. And I was pissed off like a human being would be. But in this day and age, we're not allowed to act like human beings. We have to be some kind of Vulcans or something where emotion gets shoved away and we're not allowed to be angry anymore. And use real words, big boy words that real people use. It's infuriating when you do the right thing out in the real world. You speak about it in real terms, and then you're thrown the fuck out of your job, or you ruin your reputation. I'm lucky because, racism has paid so well for me over the years that I was able to to build this complex down here. And I have a voice that apparently, thank you, people wanted to hear. And I state my case now, completely uncensored. But there are a lot of people that work in just regular Joe jobs that say things in their private life on social media or whatever, and they get thrown out of their jobs too and have no recourse. They're just fucked. And this is the age we're living in. People that are so eager to be offended that they search it out. It's not even that somebody went up to somebody and said, hey, this. And then they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that to me. They look around, they search the news. Their friends email them or send them something on Facebook or Twitter. And they read it and then go, oh, I'm so offended. This guy needs to be silenced. That's the only recourse. Well, what about reasonable debate on the subject, even if it's something you find repulsive? No, I want him removed and fired and never heard from again. It is one of the saddest commentaries on this country that you can't even talk about things anymore. If someone's offended by something, they'd rather throw you off the air, get you fired, and never hear your horrid opinions again, then argue the point. And I strongly feel that most people just can't argue the point. They don't have a response to what these offensive people are saying, so they'd rather just shut them up. And, it's a very dangerous place. And I really felt I was kind of immune to it. I'd been getting away with it for so long that I thought I could comment on issues. And I've said in interviews, the one mistake I think I made was the fact that I mixed my anger that I had, which was justifiable anger at this bitch. I mixed that with a little of the old Anthony social commentary at the same time. Now, if you mix those two things together, it's almost a bleach and ammonia kind of a situation. You're probably going to get sick. And that's what happened. People took things way out of context. And then you get the black militant leaders and all these people on Twitter that show up and start saying that you're saying that about everybody. Oh, so you said every black guy is violent. No, I never said that. I just said there's a problem with violence. I tweeted that. So there's a problem with violence in the black community. And anybody that doesn't believe that is blind. Let's see if I can find this here. There's plenty of videos that show actually what's going on in the community.
With the first day of school just 3 days away from many in our communities, 3 local cities have come together to take back their streets.
Their message to students: crime does not pay, education does. New at 11 tonight, News Channel 5's Rochelle Ritchie shows us how they rallied against violence.
Rally against violence.
City leaders and school officials are trying to get students to march to the beat of a different drum, one that steers them away from violence.
Is it reasonable?
Students from the Tri-Cities are being encouraged to stay on the right path by some of their role models, like former NFL running back Fred Taylor.
You got to set the example for these little kids right here.
But unknown to most of them is Helen Wilson.
It just hurt.
A mother whose hope was to see her son graduate from Glade Central High School and go to college. But instead, he was shot and killed 2 years ago while walking home.
And I was home and I heard the shots. As soon as we turned the corner, there they go pulling my baby out. And we just freaked out.
Violence has taken the lives of some of the Tri-Cities' finest, and school administrators say it's time to take a stand against it.
Stand against violence?
We're going to stop violence, and we're going to take good care of you.
Wilson says she finds it important to share her story so no other family has to feel the pain of losing a child.
Think twice before they do anything.
As for Taylor, he attended Glade Central High School and hopes his story will inspire the students to stay on the right path and for their parents to keep them there.
The parents have to be a lot tougher,
and
try and capture,
sort
any
of a
of the
family
nonsense
structure thing.
before
I get
it
it.
starts to
I get
build
it.
up.
Wilson says after 2 years of being without her son, she is still trying to cope with his loss.
I call my little boy Taylor. I be calling him Gene. I be saying Gene, and
she's wearing a Beavis dress.
He's gone.
Beavis.
It's been two years.
And school administrators say they will continue to Stop the Violence throughout the year to make sure every student stays away from crime. In Belglade, Rochelle Ritchie, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Wow, that's really cool because that's kind of what I said. That's kind of what I said after I was assaulted by this lovely woman right here. Wow. In Times Square. That's what I said. I said there's a problem with violence in the black community that needs to be addressed. Someone has to speak openly and honestly about this, much like we've heard people say, hey, we need an open and honest dialogue on violence in the black community. I say it, and holy fuck, he's a racist. He needs to be silenced. Fire him. You know what? I used plain language. I didn't even drop the old N-bomb. Nothing. I was being good. I was talking like I usually talk on the radio. Shit I've said for decades. But there you go. You just saw a news clip of a bunch of black people saying that there's an issue that needs to be addressed, violence in the community. That's all I said. And then I get, oh, all black people are violent? And say that. So there's a disproportionate problem. We've had a few people get their asses thrown out on the street for saying similar things. One of which will be here, Wednesday? Wednesday, yes. Wednesday. I'll look at my little board. Oh, I don't have his name up there. Oh, Jesus Christ. You remember the guy from News 12 that got fired because at the end of a story, and it's that horrible story, the cop that got shot and killed by this piece of shit, and the piece of shit was then dispatched by other officers. Thank you. No jury trial needed. And they made a memorial to this piece of shit in New Jersey. And this guy was angry. He was doing a newscast, and he talked about what had happened and how infuriating it is to listen to a community that doesn't condemn this behavior, but gets people to support the killer. Yes, Sean Bergen. Sean Bergen. He'll be here Wednesday, right here in our studios. So he talks about it, and at the end of his report, he says a lot of this has to do with the lack of fathers bringing up these children in the black community. Well, holy shit. Throw his ass out of there. What are you trying to say, you racist fucking creep? Meanwhile, you could again see pastors and reverends and community leaders addressing the same issues, saying that there is a problem with these fatherless children that are running rampant. But again, if you're white, male, very difficult to address these issues without that old racist word coming out. And man, I have been called a racist, especially in the past month, more than I think anyone I know, even maybe David Duke. I don't know. But the word has become nothing. Thank you, by the way, to my detractors that call people a racist at the drop of a hat. You've desensitized the word. You've made it nothing. To be called a racist now doesn't mean anything. It used to mean something. It used to mean you were a racist. You were actually doing something to interfere with the well-being of people different than you. Yeah, maybe affecting their job, their schooling, whatever. Now, if you disagree with the party line of a lot of public interest groups and racial groups, sexual groups, women's groups, you're this racist, misogynist, homophobe. And all those words have become just ridiculous now. You're called it, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. But the fact that we really can't speak honestly and openly about these things anymore, under the guise that we can, people honestly think that we're in this free country where you can speak your piece. And this is another issue. A lot of people saying, well, the First Amendment protects you from the government infringing on your freedom of speech. A company could do whatever they want. Oh, they can fire you or do anything. And it's like, okay, I understand that part. But I don't think these people get it that that's infringing on your freedoms too. If there's this huge consequence that you can't even express your ideology without losing your livelihood, there's a problem there. It might not be a First Amendment constitutional issue, but it's a problem. Why the hell can't you just talk? We need an open and honest... Oh, here we go. We need an open and honest debate on race. When I was a child, I was followed in stores. I was followed because they were racist store owners. Maybe they're just tired of getting ripped off. And they look at statistics and say, he's probably not going to do anything, but based on the odds, maybe I better follow him. If you're a successful black person, I'm going to teach the black people today. If you're a successful black person, how about you get viciously angry at the people that are fucking it up for you? And that's not the white store owner or the Asian liquor store owner or any of those people. It's shaming the people in your community that are making it difficult for you to live a productive, nice life that you want to live. You go into a store and you're followed? Why aren't the store owners following Asians? Why aren't they just walking around following every Asian around in the store? It's all based on what you know and what you've seen and what you've dealt with. Everyone has their instincts. Everyone has their what they've grown up learning, watching. You don't all of a sudden just go, oh, boy, I'm going to follow this group around in my store because I got no reason. There's usually some kind of reason to whatever you do in life. You're not just on a lark doing something. So this is the lovely woman that got me. Let me see if I could bring up some earlier pictures. I was in Times Square. It was about, I guess, 4:30, 5 in the morning, which is a cool time in New York City. It's a giant city, obviously, very lit up and everything. And at that hour, there's not many people on the streets. So I'm going around, I'm not taking upskirts with my cell phone. I had a Canon friggin' 5D Mark III. Believe me, someone should have robbed me. That's like a $5,000 camera. So I was taking some pictures. Look at this gentleman. He just spraying the streets. He didn't spray me with the water. He didn't get angry. He just spraying the streets. Look at that. What a beautiful shot of New York City. It's like some kind of a picture postcard, Nana. All right, that guy got angry, but he's just flipping me the bird. And then somebody in the back does not want their picture taken. He probably just came over in a container ship. Yeah, he's paying off his debt. Look at this guy. See, he doesn't want it. They're in Times Square doing these stupid fucking drawings for the shills, for the marks that come in from Oklahoma. And he's hiding his face. But again, he didn't jump up and yell a racial epithet at me and start punching me in the face. So, thank you. Konnichiwa, or whatever. Maybe it's Korean. I don't know. This guy. Nothing better than watching a good homeless guy get rousted by the NYPD, right? That's a good picture. Yeah. I was taking a lot of pictures that night. That's why people that assumed I was creeping, or without the G, a lot of the posts I read about me creeping, I was creeping, thinking that I was specifically just taking girl ass shots. Stop it. Now, this is a guy that should be pissed that I took his picture. This is about 4 a.m. in Manhattan. And this guy is wearing a woman's bikini. And he's grabbing his cock right there. And what's in the shopping bag? Butt plug. Butt plug. Butt plug. Here's an officer of the law having a little discussion. What do you think they're talking about? The Dow? The NASDAQ? What are they conversing about here? Oh, and he did a cute little pose. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Look at this guy. Holy shit, that's bad. It looks like Buzz, the first girl I fucked in California. So, this guy and all these people, I was having fun. These are all pictures that were taken the same night that punched me. So here it is. Here's the start. I'm snapping away. Obviously, I had a little problem with the focus. I don't know. Maybe I had to turn the contrast up. And here she is. Here's where she just realized she heard some clicking. Some clicking. She heard the shutter going off. And now she's turning around. And I see something's going to start. But she didn't even say, excuse me, don't take my picture. It wasn't anything like that. She yelled, hey, you white motherfucker. So she's coming at me now. I got my focus down here. And she's like calling me a white motherfucker. So I'm snapping away now. She didn't say, don't take my picture. She's being a fucking racist bitch. So now she's coming at me. Now the finger wag starts. It was like Jerry Springer. Now she's up in my grill, yo. Up in my grill. Up in my man grill. Man, great, but we'll talk about that a little later. Here she is. She's right in my face. Now, look at that. Oh, shit. She's showing some teeth. She's getting angry. She gets closer. And then, she's very surprised. And then, look at that fucking face. Oh, is she fuming? That was very quick. That was like, because she's yelling racial epithets at me and swinging at me. And I'm backing up. I'm taking pictures because I want pictures of this bitch's fucking mug. I want pictures of her face to be out there. I honestly think she was a prostitute or she worked at that lace strip club that I was kind of right across the street from or what have you. I don't know. I saw her slip a little when she walked away. It might have been from the jizz dripping down her thigh onto her fuck me shoes. You don't walk around like that at 4:30 in the morning in Manhattan alone unless, you're up to business. But she repeatedly hit me. I did nothing in response. 5 more guys, like the Walking Dead, black guys came walking out of like vestibules and urine-smelling garbage pails and stuff and started getting on me. Hey, don't you touch that lady. Because I had my hand up like this just to block her. She would bang into my hand, hit me in the head, and go, don't you touch me. So I actually turned to one of the guys and I said, hey, fuck off. This ain't your show. Hold on. Let me get the douche chill away from me for a while. Yes, I did say this ain't your show. I used a Sergeant Barnes line. But he did back off. It was kind of cool. And then the whole thing, I said, I'm getting a cop because she really started like wailing me upside the head and stuff. I never felt like my life was being threatened at any moment there. I don't know where it was leading to at that time, but I never felt like my life was being threatened or anything. So, we didn't need to go to extreme circumstances. So I said, I'm going to call a cop. And she goes, call him. I'll just tell him you was sexually harassing me. She was all sassy. She's a girl that would be great in a movie, but horrid in real life. You know that, that's what I'm talking about. And all the dumb white people in the audience go, oh, she's so sassy. Meanwhile, in real life, you're like, get this fucking bitch away from me. Shut your mouth. Yeah. So I said I was going to call cops. She's sexual harassing me. And then when the whole thing broke up, a big part of the argument that people had, and by people, I mean a lot of black people that just defended this woman for horrid behavior based on nothing more than they shared a skin color, which is completely fucking racist. But what a lot of people said was, why didn't you file a police report? Wow, you want me to cooperate with the police? That's a novel idea. But I know enough cops over the years where I was not going to go to a police officer at 4:30 in the morning in Times Square and say, a girl hit me. Could you, jot that down on whatever paperwork you need to do? A girl hit me. Did she hurt you? Not really. It was annoying. I don't know why she did. Annoying. Okay, let me write that down. We're going to get right on it. We'll get the CSI out here. It doesn't work that way. I talked to my buddy Keith. He said, you go, what happened? Nothing? You okay? Don't fucking bother me. That's what happens. It's Times Square. There are bombs. Jesus Christ. I got hit by a girl. Who cares? So that's how it ended. I then walked off. I think I hit Twitter 2 minutes after it actually happened, as I was still walking back to my apartment. I'm livid. I'm fucking fuming. Look at this. She's crazy. So I start tweeting angrily. I called her a bitch, everything appropriate. And apparently, like I said earlier, you're not allowed to be angry anymore. As a human being, someone could assault you. It was assault. You could comment on it without having done anything in real life. And the comments are worse than if you actually did something, apparently. Because I got fired. They fired me for my violent, horrible tweets. Tweets on my own time. Not related in any way, shape, or form to SiriusXM satellite radio. Not at all. If people start delving into your life outside of the workplace and are chastising and firing you, disciplining you for that, unless it's, one of those Mark Parento, I'm out giving kids fucking PlayStations for blowjobs, then there's an issue about what you're doing on your personal time. But if it's just me stating my beliefs in ordinary language, I'm not inciting anything. I'm saying nothing illegal. I'm not even saying anything inappropriate in any of those tweets. I called this a and a bitch because she was a and a bitch. I calls them like I sees them. And that's what they decided to do, to give me the boot, the old boot-a-rooney. So that's where we stand.
So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.